Hiya, it's Jackie again from Jackie Jones Coaching. I've changed position for this one, that hopefully it won't keep going light and dark on you. So day one of being a non-smoker, and I'm really pleased with the way that things are going. I've noticed quite a few things. Being perfectly honest with you, I had hypnotherapy from my mentor, Ali Campbell, and the following day I had 3 cigarettes. This is my first day as a non-smoker. I kind of started yesterday, but not counting that because I had 3 cigarettes, which was interesting. What I really noticed was, and I know it said a lot about becoming a non-smoker, but I don't think I've actually really fully embraced it, it's a habit. I have certain times during the day when I'm doing certain things that I will smoke. I don't smoke in the house, haven't smoked in the house for 13 years, since I had my youngest son. So I tend to waste an awful lot of time standing outside my house in all weathers having a fag. And I did that 3 times yesterday. The first time was because I had 1 cigarette left, and that was enough that I needed to do. So I had that first cigarette, probably managed a couple of hours in the morning, so maybe it was sort of about 9 o'clock before I had that one, which in itself was quite good. I took that as a positive. The next one I had was when my husband came home from work, nicked a fag off him, so that was about 6 o'clock at night. So I'd gone 9 hours without a cigarette, which is unheard of for me. So again, it was a positive, but why did I need a cigarette off him as soon as he walked in through the door? 1, because I knew he had them, and 2, suddenly having access to them meant I thought I needed one. So I had one. And looking back on it, in fact, while I was actually smoking it, I can remember thinking to myself, why am I having this? 1, the taste was horrendous. Really didn't enjoy it. Hit the back of my throat, didn't enjoy it at all. 2, I thought, do you know what I mean? The 9 hours I've gone without having a cigarette have just messed that one up. So I kind of gave myself a bit of grief over that. But the big thing that kept hitting me was, I'm not craving one. And what's that about? If I stop and actually focus on what's going on, some part of me is saying you need a cigarette, but the craving's not there. So it's about me stopping for a minute and working out, okay, what's actually going on. It might sound a bit off the Richter scale, this one, but is my body remembering what I do? I see clients during the day. I'm a coach and therapist, so I see clients during the day. My normal routine is to have a cigarette. I'm going to call them fags because that's what I call them. Really don't like that word, but I'm going to call them fags. I have a fag literally as late as I can, or as near as I can to when my client comes. And as soon as I finish seeing that client, which is 50 minutes to an hour, the first thing I do is go back outside the front of my house and have another fag. It's what I do. So I've noticed today, I'm still seeing clients, so I'm still working. I've not gone off the radar or anything like that. Is that I automatically feel like I need a cigarette, but I don't. It's about what I normally do. I normally finish seeing clients in this room. This is my therapy room, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing the videos in here, because it is quite a nice atmosphere. And walk literally straight out to the front door. My fags are by the front door, light up a fag and have a fag. And I've not done it today. And that's kind of what I've associated a craving with. But when I've stopped and thought, right, what's actually going on? What are the symptoms? What am I feeling? I can't honestly say that I'm craving a cigarette. It's not uncomfortable. It's weird. It's a bit different. My mouth feels maybe a bit claggy, as I'd call it. But is that craving? Is that all it is? So I'm kind of questioning a lot of things today. as my first day of being a non-smoker, and I'm going to keep saying that because I'm really chuffed. This has been something I've been working towards probably since I was 13 and knowing I shouldn't be doing it, but have been doing it. So I'm really slowing things down. And instead of, thinking, oh, I'm having a craving, I need a fag, I'm going to have a fag, I'm actually stopping part way and thinking, okay, what is it? What am I craving? The other thing I've noticed is I'm drinking a hell of a lot more water, which obviously is very good. My complexion isn't the best from smoking for all these years. I have really dry skin, not pleasant. I don't drink enough water at all, ever. Coffee is my go-to drink. Don't really drink alcohol, don't really like alcohol. I haven't found anything I particularly like the taste of unless it tastes like pop. I might as well just have some pop. So coffee, which again is really dehydrating. So health-wise, I'm drinking more water, which is good. So day one, and the time is now, it's just after 2 o'clock. It's coming up to sort of 20 past 2, something like that. No fags. I'm a non-smoker and it's going really well. So I shall come on at some point tomorrow and let you know how the rest of today went and fill you in on day 2. And I'm going to do that, as I said, for 7 days. I will post these up in the group once I've done the 7 days. Not sure why I'm doing that. That's a bit interesting, why I'm videoing them and not posting them instead of doing it as I'm going through the process. Maybe there's a bit of something about me failing and not wanting to put it up there, which is interesting. Which again, this is what I'm doing. I'm just looking at what I'm doing, not being judgmental, not being critical, just curious about what I'm doing, which I find really interesting. And if this is what hypnotherapy does, then I'm up for it. Whether it's being a non-smoker, whether it's being a non-panic attacky anxious person, whether it's being somebody that takes care of themselves better, whether it's working on self-esteem or overeating or all these 101 zillion things that we as human beings tend to put on ourselves. I'm just really curious about it all, and it's really lovely to be on the receiving end of something and sharing it with everybody as a real life project, if you will. So I shall speak to you all tomorrow. Hope I've not bored the tears out of you, but I'm quite excited about this and I just wanted to share it. So I shall speak to you on day 2 tomorrow. Have a good night. Speak to you soon.